Every once in a while, nature creates something so rare, so hidden, that most of the world never gets a chance to see it, taste it, or even hear its name. Today's story is about one of those secrets. A fruit that looks familiar, yet remains unknown. A fruit that is sweeter than lychee, richer than rambutan, and almost invisible in global markets. This is the story of pullusan in a world where supermarkets are filled with apples, bananas, and avocados year-round. It's easy to believe we've seen every fruit nature has to offer. But far away from grocery aisles and food trends, pullusan quietly grows on tropical trees, waiting to be discovered. Pullusan is not a new fruit. In fact, it has existed for centuries. Yet, it remains one of the least known tropical fruits outside Southeast Asia. Pullusan belongs to the same botanical family as lychee and rambutan. At first glance, it looks very similar to rambutan, with a thick red skin covered in short, soft spikes. But unlike rambutan, pullusan's skin is thicker, darker, and easier to peel. When fully ripe, the skin can be opened simply by squeezing it with your fingers. Inside, you'll find glossy white flesh that clings tightly to the seed. This flesh is the reason pullusan is so special. People who have tasted pullusan often say the same thing. It is sweeter than lychee, creamier than rambutan, and richer in flavor than most tropical fruits they've tried. So why hasn't pullusan become famous? To understand that, we need to look at where pullusan grows. Pullusan is native to Southeast Asia, particularly Malaysia, Indonesia, and parts of Thailand. It thrives in hot, humid climates with steady rainfall and fertile soil. The trees take several years to mature before producing fruit, and even then, they are not high-yield trees. Unlike bananas or apples, pullusan cannot be mass-produced easily. The fruit has a short harvest season, it bruises easily, and it does not travel well over long distances. These limitations make pullusan unsuitable for large-scale global export. In today's food system, fruits that succeed internationally share a few key traits. They are durable, they have long shelf lives. They can survive refrigeration, shipping delays, and handling. Pullusan has none of these advantages. Once harvested, pullusan must be eaten quickly. Its flavor peaks when fresh. After just a few days, quality begins to decline. Because of this, pullusan is mostly consumed locally. Farmers sell it in village markets, roadside stalls, or small regional markets. Very few pullusan fruits ever leave the country where they are grown. This is one reason why you almost never see pullusan in US or European supermarkets. But scarcity is not the only reason pullusan remains unknown. Global fruit markets are driven by demand, branding, and familiarity. Consumers buy what they recognize. Retailers stock what sells reliably, distributors avoid risks. A fruit like pullusan, no matter how delicious, represents uncertainty. Introducing a new fruit requires marketing, education, and infrastructure.
Here, try this.
It requires convincing people to try something unfamiliar, and for large food corporations, pullusan simply isn't worth the investment. Meanwhile, fruits like avocados became global stars. They fit modern health trends, they travel well. They can be stored, ripened, and sold efficiently. Pullusan never had that opportunity. Yet, this rarity is exactly what makes pullusan special. In local cultures, pullusan is often seen as a seasonal treasure. Families wait for harvest season, children grow up recognizing its deep red color as a sign of something special. It's not an everyday fruit, it's a moment. Nutritionally, pullusan is impressive. It contains natural sugars for quick energy. It provides vitamin C, supporting immune health. It also contains small amounts of minerals essential for the body. But pullusan is not marketed as a superfood. It doesn't appear in health magazines or fitness blogs. It remains quietly nutritious, without hype. There is also an environmental angle to pullusan's story. Because it is not grown industrially, pullusan farming is often more traditional. Trees are grown alongside other crops. Chemical use is minimal compared to large monoculture farms. This makes pullusan a more sustainable fruit in many regions. However, farmers face challenges. Since pullusan cannot be exported easily, farmers depend on local buyers. Prices fluctuate, bad weather can destroy entire harvests, and younger generations often move away from farming altogether. As global food systems prioritize efficiency over diversity, fruits like pulazan are at risk of being forgotten. This brings us to a bigger question: how many incredible foods exist that we may never taste? The global food system rewards uniformity. It rewards predictability, but nature thrives on diversity. Pulazan is a reminder that the world's food story is much larger than what appears on store shelves. For adventurous eaters, pulazan represents discovery. For farmers, it represents heritage. For the rest of us, it represents what we're missing. If you ever travel to Southeast Asia and see pulazan in a local market, don't hesitate. Try it fresh. Feel the thick skin open in your hand. Taste a fruit that the global system overlooked. Because sometimes the best flavors in the world are the ones that never went global. Pulazan doesn't need fame to be special. It doesn't. And if you're curious about the global systems behind what we eat, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and explore more stories from beyond the grocery store. Thank you for watching.